you'll see what a Sith is capable of.
Whoa. Awesome. Hey, Randy, what's happening? Yeah. Hey, Pixie, what's happening?
Sound bank selection.
The Old Republic Malign.
Oops. That's kind of cool. Oops. It's got a board.
Nightfall.
Every time you choose something, it makes a different sound effect. Pretty sweet. Fun for a grown-up boy. Slinky, slinky. For me, it's lightsaber, lightsaber. It has a kill switch, so you don't kill the battery. I wish I could spin as fast as Carly King. If you guys have ever seen her on the on YouTube or Instagram, she's pretty fucking phenomenal. There's a bunch of them out there that are just really fucking good at doing it. I'm very like rudimentary with it, like Ewan McGregor, and so like I copy a lot of his moves from like Attack of the Clones. Like when he's doing like big fucking figure 8 shit in the arena. I like doing those. But like that would, like, if that was reality, that would leave you open to like you being dead in a matter of seconds. You would never do that. If it was real. Like it'd ever be real. Just think, if like the Ghostbusters were really carrying nuclear accelerators on their backpacks or whatever, they'd do more than just light up the hallways in the hotel. They would have blown that place to fucking Kingdom Come with that shit. Yes, sir. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey, Jesse Daniel, what's up? Oh, yeah. Give me a sec. I'm doing good, Pixie. How are you? SFH, what's happening? The lightsaber is by Saber Trio, if you guys want to know. Lasala. I'm usually on till 2. That's 10. I don't understand that. Thanks, Randy. Hey, Wiro. Or do you pronounce it Wero? which is kind of interesting because güero is like slang for asshole in Spanish. Güero. At least that's what I was told when it was used in the remake of The Magnificent Seven. Because the Mexican guy kept calling Chris Pratt güero. I asked a Hispanic friend at work, I'm like, what does that mean? He's just like, asshole. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's not particularly nice. This is me, moving camera. Oh, is that a little spastic? Hang on. Marcus, what's up? Slipknot, don't do. Salem, what up? Oh, okay. 2 your time. Here's the pedal board. Boop. There's also a picture of it in postings. If you go to the homepage of the YouTube channel and you go to postings and you scroll down, you can get a good look at it there. But it's very simplistic. And if I ever take something off, it's generally the Deja Vibe, and I put something else in place there, like a chorus or a phaser, or both. I never really take my fuzzes or my delay or my wah off of it, or my tuner. Or the power source, obviously. Aussie Jace. How are you? Did I pronounce that correctly? Lorenzo, how are you, buddy? Gunmetal Gray, Thomas. I'm guessing. Ciao, back to you, my friend. No problem, Lasala. Lorenzo, this is your first time here, so it's on it's not a request hotline. And the purpose of the streams is for me to help out other players finding their tones, whether they need help looking for their next guitar, effect, or amplifier, or whether we just want to talk about tones on the show. We do that too. We talk about players, music. If players are having problems getting gigs or finding players to play with, or they're having problems with their bands or writing and recording music, this is the place where they can come and get advice. Think of me as like the ladies' man from Saturday Night Live, except I'm not helping you with your sexual escapades. I'm helping you with your music, your gear, your tone. Think of me as a tone advice column, right? So if you read my description, man, you'll find I'm more than well qualified to help in any of those capacities. Now, play Five Finger Done. Edward, have you ever heard of the man with the 5 penises? His pants fit like a glove. Anyways, thank you very little. Thomas, Black. That sounds a little racist this morning. Thank you. You saw a Pink Floyd cover band in Cincinnati Thursday night? Brett Floyd? That's very cool. I saw Blue Floyd many years ago, which comprised of Mark Ford, Barry Oakley Jr., which was Barry Oakley's kid. Barry Oakley was the bass player for the Allman Brothers, for those of you who don't know. He died a year later to the date from Duane Allman. Like really spooky, scary fucking shit. You rarely hear people talk about that, but that to me is like, whoa. That's some like voodoo level shit going on there. I don't want to be anywhere near that kind of black magic. Or bad juju. If I do, I'll be holding this all the fucking time. That's my mojo. It's the blues man's magic. For those of you who don't know, watch the movie Crossroads. Willie Brown's got one. Mine's real, just like his. Rare Hunter, you should try with hi, how are you this morning? You might want to lead with that first. Tapping, what about it? I'm definitely not the guy for that because my idea of tapping is just doing this. Wait for it. Regardless, you will have to do that. That much I know. You're going to have to build up some incredible hand strength, my friend. So you might want to get to working on that first before you start dicking around with your right hand going like an EVH. That's all I'm saying. Because to my recollection, Jimmy Page didn't need to do this. He just did. And then would go down here and yank on the string, which would make the guitar go out of tune. Well, it's early yet, Pixie, and they're asleep. What sounds like the Crossroads Duel? I haven't played anything that resembles the Crossroads Duel, man. I don't know any of that shit, actually. The slide part was done by Ry Cooter. And he gets a badass tone at that end jam. That's some wicked shit. I love that slide playing. Like the rhythm I understand, I just don't understand all the shit that he's doing. I can't pick it up. That to me is like, those are his fingerprints. Just like, this is mine. Get it? It's not the same. Everybody has a different skill set. That's again why you don't hear like every guitar player out there playing everybody's style, because they can't. They focus in on what they get good at. And that's what you need to do. You need to find something that makes you unique and explore that and build on it. If it makes you a career, awesome. Thanks, Pixie. Again, that's my signature. Rycooter has his, SRV has his, Hendrix has his, Page has his, EVH has his, so on and so forth. The list goes on and on and on and on we go. Right. You need to find the thing that makes you you. Because otherwise you got nothing to sell. Hey, Brentley, how you doing? Sorry. Pixie, you rock. Thank you so much for the super sticker. The Emperor's here. Pixie, why don't you tell me the Emperor's here? He will join us or die. Sorry, from The Empire Strikes Back. Yes, I give lessons too, private lessons. If you're interested, please just email me at soulcactus19@gmail.com. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Also hit the like button. Yeah. I'm Larry Soulcactus. I am your host. Pixie Knickers is the moderator. Please be nice. Like when you guys are coming in here, you're not just coming into somebody's viral chat. You're coming in my fucking house, okay? So, welcome. Thanks, Brentley. Appreciate you. You got a question for Larry Soulcactus? Thank you. I'm just going to say Gralt. I can't pronounce that whole thing, man. Hey, Irene. Sorry I missed you. We're Hunter. Yeah, hammer-ons and pull-offs, bud. You got to get good with those. Try learning Over the Hills and Far Away to help you with your hammer-ons and pull-offs technique, all right? That's what I did. There we go. Sorry, I got an itch. Hey, Neil. How you doing? All the way from India, huh? All right. Well, Scottsdale, Arizona, coming back at you, bud. Here in the States. What guitar is better, a Stratocaster or a Telecaster? I suppose it depends on your purposes and what kind of music you're gonna play, bud. You know, I personally like both. I tend to go with the one where I'm at a store and there's a bunch of Tellies I'm interested in and there's a bunch of Strats I'm interested in, and I sort of narrow it down to 2. I go from like 5 of each down to 1 of each. So it becomes down to that single Telly and that single Strat. What to do. If they're both exceptional guitars and you have the means, just fucking buy them. Because I'll tell you why, you will kick yourself in the ass later. I was fortunate enough to be in that position once upon a time, and I did buy an Esquire and a Custom Shop Eric Clapton Strat in Midnight Blue. This was back in 07, 08. I was making a lot of money that year. So, I could be stupid. And I was. Have none of that shit no more. But you can see me play the Esquire in some of my videos from back in Virginia when I played in some bands there. You want the Jimmy Page double neck? Dude, you know how much that thing weighs? Do you have any idea? Hey, Ninja. Hey, Ninja, you need to settle something for Pixie and I. You said you were a cheerleader in high school. I called you a she last night. I said, you know, thank you. But I referred to you as a she because you said you were a cheerleader in high school. And Pixie said, well, some cheerleaders are male. And I was just like, yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So, Ninja, we need to know what you identify as. If you prefer not to answer, that's fine too. We can keep it a mystery. But we were both wondering. What's the good luck for? What did I miss? Damn it! Oh, good luck, Ninja, on your guitar shopping. Excellent. And Flying V polka dot guitar? Okay. You should have the Randy Rhoads name. Thanks, Neil. I appreciate it. Yes, the double necks weigh, guys, double necks weigh between 12 and 15 pounds. I've never seen a lighter one than like 12 and a half pounds. All right, so good luck to you. Get a good witch doctor. You're going to need it. What does he mean, witch doctor? I mean chiropractor. Because you's going to be like this. You're going to be crooked as a motherfucker. After you get done playing that. Mohammed! No, I do not know Fender signature in Indonesia. I know they make some Fender products in Indonesia, though. You play hard rock, which is better? Between a Telly or a Strat? You mean? For hard rock? Either one of those with a humbucker equipped, man, because you're going to need a humbucker for playing hard rock. You can get a Strat with a humbucker and 2 single coils. Fender's got that model. You can check that out. You might like that a lot. I've thought about that. I would replace all the pickups because that's just what I do. But hey, Nada, what's up? Hello, person from Russia that I can't read your name. Gio, welcome. Single Hummer, well, it's a single P90, but yeah, that's enough for me. And as far as like the tone that I want, yeah, it's good enough for me. Hey, Ms. Atz, what's happening? All right, Neil, be cool. Little Skinner there for you Saturday. Cry for the bad man. Short bus just pulled up. Thanks, Barry Music. What's happening? Lucy, I don't play Metallica. Please don't spam the channel. You've done it now. Okay. Bye-bye. What's the dog doing? She's chilling. Phoebe's chilling. She's listening to Dad. Alright. Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? What's everybody's cereal of choice this morning? It is the Cartoons and Cereals live stream, so we have to discuss what everybody's rocking this morning. I'll go first. Raisin Bran. Because I'm middle-aged. And I need to eat something that's not all sugary. You do. Pixie Maker said you love to rock and roll and you perked your head up. Look at that. Frosted mini wheats? Alright, Barry, beat music. I like it. Hit me next. Who's got it? Who's next with the cereal? Neither have I, just coffee. But I still know it's in my cupboard. Cupboard? What the fuck what does he mean? It's a cabinet. It's another word for cabinet. Sugar Smacks? Oh, Ninja's gonna be bouncing off the walls. Checks? Alright. Wait, what kind of checks, dude? They make more than one kind of checks now. Oh, my dogs like it. Probably because I play like shit most of the time, so they're good with it. Raisin Bran Crunch, Brentley, you the man. Ninja's Frosted Mini Wheats? Okay. For the kid in you, right? Oh shit, I love this. You got your frosted mini wheats. You got the Super Friends going. And then you got a picture, or you got a TV going with Nintendo Super Mario Brothers from 1987. With Duck Hunt. That's what I had. Minus the frosted mini wheats. Barry B Music, I use a Swart amplifier. The model is the STR Tremolo, Space Tone Tremolo 5-watt amp. I have it with Soulcactus mods, which are not on the website. They are 110 Jensen P10R, Alnico magnet speaker, and an EL34 power tube instead of the 6L6. So if you like go to swartamps.com and read about the amp, you'll see it's a 112 with a 6V6 or 6L6. You would have to email Swart Amps and say, hey, I want to get a STR Tremolo, Space Tone Tremolo, but I want it with the Soulcactus mods. He'll know exactly what you mean. I've been working with Swart Amps since like 2008, and that's what I've been playing. I mean, I have my own signature amp, and I, co-designed with Victoria Amplifier Company back in 2000. It's fine, but it's a more powerful amp. It's a 20-watt amp instead of a 5-watt amp, and tonally it's very different. It's more like taking the 3 best eras of Fender and shoving them into one amplifier. Like taking tweed tone and then brown face tremolo and black face reverb and shoving it all in one amp. That's what we did, essentially. And a 20-watt Class A 210 combo. But it's powered by EL84s. But it doesn't sound like a Vox. It's a real trick. But it sounds nothing like this. This is really more my tone. But I was very proud of the amp when we did it. And we sold a lot of them. You can find... Under my postings on the homepage, you can find the article from ToneQuest Report June 2004 that I was featured and the amp was featured. It was pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, ToneQuest Report was a national music publication at one point in time, along with Vintage Guitar Magazine. That was the other national music publication I was in. What have you done? No, Roderick. It's not a request outline. Thank you. I'll just get back to the people I missed here. Skylar, what's up? Okay, so Ms. Atz has, oh, that's cool, Brentley. You got your own band. All right. Nice, Bran. I like that. Ms. Atz got cinnamon toast crunch mixed with frosted flakes. I love it. Skylar's got Reese's Puffs. Awesome. Can I play NIB? Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Captain Crunch Peanut Butter. All right, Ninja, I like it. LHAH. What up? I don't remember Skylar Pixie. Do you remember? How much does it cost? Oh, to fix a warped neck? Well, it's going to take some time. And it's, I don't know how much that costs. It's costly. Like, I want to say at least over $100. Pixie, I've never eaten cereal with ice cream. That sounds absolutely disgusting. Is that like something? But like, they do it like dessert, like, if you go to like a fancy like restaurant or whatever, they will have some kind of dessert covered in some kind of cereal or like some dessert. Some kind of dessert, some kind of ice cream that's covered in some kind of cereal is what I'm trying to say. Blah 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 blah. I've seen it. I haven't eaten it, but I have seen it. It was like in a banana split or whatever, and they put all kinds of crazy crap on it. Ninja, I did have a guitar that had a warped neck, and I had to have it heat warped back into place. It was costly to do. It was a long time. It was an original 1964 pre-CBS Fender Strat. And after that, guess what? I never bought another vintage guitar again. Fruit Loops with vanilla ice cream hits different. Okay. Nice. Very cool. Right on, Barry. Yes, Barry, it is. That's exactly where we got it from. Was the 110 brown face Princeton. I had a vintage one, and that's what we sort of based it off of. Ninja, you might be better off buying a new guitar versus. I mean, you can find out what the cost involved is, and everything else, and weigh the pros and cons. I don't know. I do. Yeah, my backyard. I like the SG over the Les Paul. It's much lighter, so I can wear it for longer periods of time and not get tired, and also not be crooked. So yeah, I mean, like, look, the difference between wearing a 6.5 or a 6 to 7 pound guitar versus an 8 to 10 pound guitar is enormous when you're playing for 3 hours a night. I like it's hard to put into words, but it becomes like cumbersome to put it into a word and exhausting. So that's why I don't play Les Pauls anymore. I like Les Pauls. I'd love to buy another Les Paul. I've been thinking a lot about it lately, but it's just not practical. It's not practical for me as a player, and the facets that I work in. It's just not a good choice. More of a good choice for me is an Eric Clapton Strat, because you'll get the most out of me with that guitar than any other guitar on the planet. It is true. I mean, I'll play halfway decently on just about anything, but if I can just take a stock off the wall Eric Clapton Strat, I'll turn into something else. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it'll be something else. But I will tell you this. I've written a majority of my songs on my old 7-Up green Eric Clapton Strat in my life. So, and anytime I do have one, I write a lot on it. So you need to find out what really works for you and what really doesn't. And you will through experience. It just takes time and some money if you have it. That usually helps. Violin kicks ass, man. Don't care for it. I think it's way overrated. Do you buy chocolate? I don't understand the fad. And now I'm starting to see a lot of backlash to it online, which is interesting. But I wouldn't like go out of my way for that. No way. It's like, hey, we needed another name. We need another way to sell chocolate. Really? It just wasn't doing the job on its own through all the different choices we have in this world. We needed one fucking more that sort of sucks balls, in my opinion. I'd rather have pistachio chocolate. Now that's good shit. Hey, Rock Fan, what's happening? Thank you so much for buying back down south, dude. I really appreciate that. You didn't think I'd remember, but I did. I got the email. I was like, yeah, whoop woo! So, congratulations, dude. You were the first one. I was surprised that you bought that one, though. That wouldn't have been the one that I would have gone with. And a chorus. Woohoo! Thank you for that, though, man. Sincerely. I remember getting royalty checks from Yuma and be like 90-something cents or whatever for, like, you know, CD sold or whatever. And I'd just be like, okay, whatever. I would just like throw the check in the drawer and be like, yeah. Great. Cool. But the Patreon and this, like, that's solid. So thank you guys all for supporting me and supporting the channel. Ms. Ats, I could say the same thing about chocolate from Cadbury. It's just chocolate from Cadbury. It's just chocolate from Nestle's. It's just chocolate from Hershey's. Get what I'm saying? My backyard, how you doing? What would I recommend, PV amps or Marshall for gigs? Marshall. Oh, I'm glad you love that song. That's cool. I used to play it at every show, dude. It was, I don't remember. It was either a first or second set song. I think it was a first set song. And I believe that it probably was, if I was writing the song list, and in which case I always was and did, it would probably be third song into the set. And if it wasn't third song, it was sixth. because I always open with 2 like in-your-face rockers, and then a third like I'd kind of like calm the shit down. Carolyn, how are you? What's your go-to cereal this morning, Carol? You got a go-to cereal, Carolyn? I owe someone an NIB first, but I can play Johnny Be Good. Just give it a minute. It's not a request hotline though, please. Please read the description of the stream. Oh, rock fan, I am so far from being an excellent singer, but thank you very much. I'm a terrible singer. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I sing out of necessity. I sing because a friend of mine helped me out with it back in 96, 97. And he just convinced me to be more my own person. More of like an Eric Clapton type instead of a Jimmy Page type relying on a Robert Plant person to help me execute my music. And I had already been in a couple serious bands, and I was not the singer in any of them. And I always felt like I didn't have control of that aspect of it. And one band was my music. Another band was not my music. So I didn't really have any control. I was just a hired gunman. But you still have to put up with the BS of a lead singer. Therein lied the problem. I didn't want to have to put up with that BS. It's not about me being a control freak, and I need to control every facet of my music. I'll tell you, I cannot play drums competently. So if a drummer comes in and I'm going to be like, I just want you to get a feel for what I'm doing. I'm going to play it and you just play along with me by pure feel, and I'll tell you if I like it. Is that cool? And if I do like it, we're just going to keep going. I'm not going to stop you. But if I don't like it, I will stop you in about 30 seconds to a minute in. How's that? Right? Good. Okay, let's go. That's the only thing like I really can't do. You know, as far as like working the boards, setting controls, mic levels, all that stuff, I can do all that. I don't need any help with that. You know, I'm not a real bass player. I'd love to have a real bass player playing on my songs, but if I can't, I'll do it, and I know what I want to hear from the bass, which is somebody that sounds like John Entwistle. So basically, I'm going to play rudimentary things on the bass to coincide with whatever riff or chord progressions that I've written, but I'm going to play lead where I can, like Entwistle would, and play around with the rhythm that's there in the spaces that are available to me. And I do the same thing with lead guitar, but I wait till the very end to lay it down. It's the last thing I do. Like after vocals, everything. Lead guitar is fun time. That's when you can like go in and be like, now I get to have fucking fun. I've done all the work. This is my time now. Roll fucking tape. That's the funnest part I had recording my record. Was the last several hours recording guitar solos. Even though my mentality now, when writing songs or whatever, and recording, is not about the guitar solo. It's just about the song. Because as you get older and you mature, you realize that everything is not about the fucking guitar solo. It just isn't. It's about the song. And if you have a well-crafted song or whatever, people like it, they hear it, they respond to it. There's no greater feeling than that. So thank you, Rock Fan. I'm glad you enjoyed Back Down South. I hope you pick up some more, man. I know I have to put up some more tunes up there. Oh, well, happy early birthday, man. Do I have anything on platforms? Instagram, Patreon. I don't play Master of Puppets. I'll have to look into that, Rock Fan. Yeah, they give you a sample, right? They let you play like what, 15 or 30 seconds of it, just like iTunes. It's like a preview, and then you decide whether or not you want to buy it or not. Hey, Mario Lopez, what's up? My CD voice is great. I actually, I don't like my voice on the Meeting You record. I like my voice on what was going to be for the second record, and I have to put those tracks up. But there's 5 of them. And one I did a cover of Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad by Derek and the Dominoes, and the others are originals. So I'll put those up there, but those were like 5 acoustic tunes, and then the other half of the record was going to be all up-tempo electric. I mean, not that those acoustic songs are slow tempo, because one of them is like a mid-tempo, but the others are up-tempo, so it's not like slow and depressing, because I don't really do that all that much. If I do slow and depressing, it's more like this. You get what you pay for. Thanks, Roxanne. I sense a disturbance in the force. do collaborations with other folks through the internet around the world, through YouTube, through Instagram. On here, if you guys have checked out some of the collaborations I've done with Badass Brutus Guitar, sometimes he jumps on here on stream. Pixie Knickers can attest that he shows up every now and again. He's working on a new Wataparcha project, number 8. Wataparcha just means like, it's sort of like it's your party too. Like, you can come together and add your voice, and I'll add my voice, and it'll be like a cool thing. So in other words, you're a cool person. You're a cool person. Congratulations. You guys just each met a cool person. So what Bert does is he sends me the track, and then I just listen to it for a few times and then start playing along with it in my head before I touch the guitar, and then pick up the guitar and start trying out some ideas and think, is that really what I want to do? And then I'll sit on it for a few days and go back to it when I have time. And usually when I do cut the track, per se, it usually only takes me like 2 or 3 times, realistically speaking. I always feel like the first take or the second or third are usually the best ones. The longer it keeps going, the more exhausting it gets, and the more worn down you get, and the less creative you get and inspired you get, and it's just plus you're paying for that studio time, so you want to be as efficient as possible when you're spending the money, unless you got an unlimited amount, and like that's cool too. I know I don't, but you know. BB King, Jake Daly, what's happening, brother? I'm not your brother. Anybody watching Alien Earth? Oh, thank you for answering for me, Pixie Knickers. Thank you, Jake. How are you? No, those are not my favorite bands. What was the question, Rock Fan? Yes, I've been on both sides of the industry. I've owned a store. I've owned a retail shop, guitar shop. You just made appointments. Like, you could come over. You just need to call me and make an appointment for it, and you can come over and play like, you know, the 10 to 20 amps I've got or whatever you want to see. I'll just go get you. Tell me what you want. Like, I had plenty of inventory. That wasn't an issue, you know. The issue was, I think some people were hesitant to make an appointment, but actually it worked out very well, because my feeling was, for the kind of money that you're spending on that kind of gear, and I sold boutique guitar gear, which was like the more high-end stuff, Matchless, Victoria, Top Hat, Bogner, that kind of shit, Carr amplifiers, all right? Get what I'm laying down? You're not going to walk into Guitar Center and see these, okay? You will see some of them at the mom and pop shops. They will carry some of the good stuff. So I felt like sometimes people were a little hesitant to make the appointment, but once they did, they always came back. I just wanted to provide an exceptional service experience for the client and give them the attention that they deserved, because when I would go shop for these things in guitar shops, I felt service oftentimes was fucking downright deplorable. I'm like, I'm interested in buying a $2,000 or $3,000 piece, and you're treating me like shit. Fuck you. Why should I give you my money? I'll go elsewhere. And I did. I wound up going straight to the manufacturers. I got sick of everybody's shit. I'm like, I'm not going to give you my money. I'll just go right to the builder and give it straight to him. And that's what I wound up doing. That's why I wound up making relationships with those people, and I was able to open up my own place because of that. You know, like I would call and talk to like Phil Jameson at Matchless Amplifiers before Phil Jameson ran Matchless Amplifiers. I have his phone number in my phone here. It's the same with a lot of other folks. I just don't go out and blab it because I'm not about that shit. I don't care. You know, like, yeah, I met and worked with Warren Haynes. Big fucking deal. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But yeah, rock fan, I've been on both sides. I've been a player on stage, which is my favorite thing to do. Recording, writing, other favorite thing to do. And then been involved in the tone gear side of it. So yeah. Like there are several rock stars, I mean, they're whatever, famous musicians that actually live here in the Scottsdale, Arizona, or Phoenix surrounding areas. Like I ran into Nils Lofgren at my pistol place that I take pistol lessons at this past Monday. Now I know Nils, and he used to come into a shop that I used to teach at here in Scottsdale back in the 90s. So I've met him. I've got his autograph in one of my Fender books on his page. Those of you who don't know him, he plays for the E Street Band. So he's in Bruce Springsteen's band. I've met Bruce too. But Nils lives here, and I see him around town from time to time. So when I ran into him Monday, I'm like, hey dude, what's up? How you doing? And he's just like, he had to, I haven't seen him in a long while. So I don't look the same. I didn't have a beard the last time I saw him, and my hair wasn't like this. But it was good to see him and bump into him. And I said to him, I'm like, hey, you guys sounded great on the road. I heard some clips on the YouTube, And he's just like, I said, how'd it go? He's just like, oh, it's very successful. I'm like, that's great, dude. I'm like, he's just like, we just got home, actually. I'm like, oh, really? And he's just like, yeah, we were out for like 2 to 2.5 years. I'm like, Jesus. That's what big acts do. They go out for a long period of time. And then he said to me, like, they were thinking about doing more. And I was just like, Jesus, man. I'm like, I guess the boss wants to play. The boss wants to fucking play. Right? And then that was pretty much the end of the conversation. Like, I'm like, I'm here for my lesson and whatever. Cool. I'll see you around. All right, cool. Take care. Pretty much it. I treat him like anybody else. Because to me, he is just anybody else. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't talk to him. He talked to me. So, don't get your, if you ever meet these kind of people, don't get your panties in a twist over it. They're every bit as normal and as fucked up as you. Just saying. It's nothing to get worked up over. It just isn't. Yeah. Just act normal. And I learned that from hanging out with another friend of mine. who kind of gave me a lot of life lessons. He was like 10 years older than me, and we were besties for a long time until he passed, which was about, well, it was 10 years ago. But he would always say to me, like, hey, man, you didn't just meet them. They met you. I was just like, wow, that's quite the way to look at that. He's just like, think about it. And I did, and I was just like, yeah, fuck them. They met me. I didn't meet them. It was kind of an arrogant view, but I liked it nonetheless. I'm like, that fits my personality. I like it. I'll keep it. Am I going to keep biting AC/DC? I'm not sure what you mean by that exactly. I mean, I have played some original stuff already. Yeah, I'm trying to find out if he's being funny or is he being a jerk. Thanks, Rock Fan. I find your lack of faith disturbing. The original Star Wars, which later came to be known as Episode 4. Thanks, Pixie. Pixie's on it for me. How you doing, though, real Barca fan? Oh, man, we've already gone for over an hour. Okay. All right, so let's wrap this up. I'm just a bill. Ready, son? Ready, pop? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Father, son, and lolly, get your adverbs here. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Putting up shit all over the railroad. Schoolhouse Rock, anybody? Anybody? All right, Rock Fan, be cool. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to just wrap it up here anyways. All right, guys, you know where you can catch me here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you very much, Pixie Knickers, for being my moderator and buying a super sticker today. Stickers and super stickers, greatly appreciated. They help out the channel, help me grow, help me keep the lights on in this mofo. All right, other places you can find me, down below in the description, it'll say, Patreon, go that way, young man or young lady. Instagram, that way. Instagram is free. All right. Patreon.com/Larry Soulcactus to find my music. Everything's a la carte, so you can pick and choose what you like. Hey, Faceless, what's happening? Thanks, good girl. How are you? Okay. Alright, that's going to do it for cartoons and serial streams. It's another one in the books. Alright, so you guys have a good afternoon, and I will catch you later, probably like 5 or so for the evening stream. Alright? Thank you guys. Be cool. Be good to yourselves and be good to the ones around you, yeah? Hang loose. Thanks. Bye-bye.